And I just hit the record button and I missed that.
That was great.
I like it.
No, it's not been a good year for baseball. Our Cardinals are in second place. The Royals are in last place. But they have won 6 in a row, but I don't think if they won every game the rest of the season, I don't think they'd even get into the playoffs. Would like to thank everybody for representing your units, whether you volunteered or not. You just raised your hand at the wrong time. But anyway, I wish we could be meeting in the office down at Just City, but due to COVID, we haven't been able to manage that very much. I hope that everyone that at the meetings again had hopes, but anyway, thank goodness for the best staff down there at the office, because they're keeping us in the loop on what's going on, and under the circumstances, that's the best thing we can do. I did get a chance to go to 7 of our region meetings in October and ran into places I've never heard of, never seen, but really enjoyed the opportunity to get a chance to get to some of the places. I was hoping to get to all the rest, but unfortunately, we had to cancel all the regional meetings and unit meetings throughout the rest of the year. I did get a chance to have 2 Zoom meetings in our region, and that was kind of a neat thing. We did handle some business, and if any of you are wanting to maybe set up a unit Zoom, all you got to do is contact Sarah, and she can set that up for you. And like I said, it's really neat to see even the people in your regions, because I imagine most of you have not had a chance to meet most of your people. So thank goodness again we're Zooming today. One of the things I would suggest, if you can get a chance, we're really pushing membership, and so you really need to get on the ball, and whether they're old, well, I shouldn't say old members, just members that haven't been around for a while. If you can get them or get your new members, we have a lot of new retirees, and so if you can get hold of them, we sure would appreciate it. And Sandy, I saw that you were on, and I guess most of you are aware that Sandy, her obligation or her dedication to MRTA, not only as a past president, but she's been our recording secretary the last 3 years. Excuse me. Okay. And I'm hoping that she will stay tuned to our business. But again, Sandy, sure appreciate it. And I don't know if Linda Ursland is on. She's been our treasurer for the last 3 years, and we'll be getting a chance to vote for a new slate of officers a little bit later on in our meeting. So anyway, thanks again for being here today. And I'd like to call this meeting to order. And if you've had a chance to approve the agenda, I'll give you a few seconds to look at your agenda for today.
Fred, can I interrupt for a moment?
Sure.
I will pop the agenda up here in a second, but I just want to go over a few, what we'll call them ground rules, housekeeping things before we get started. Whenever there is a question to be voted on, there'll be a poll that will appear on your screen. So I just want to let everybody know that that's how we're going to vote today. If you need to ask a question or if you would like to say something, I'm going to ask you to please put it in the chat, which is there's a little comment bubble. If you're on a phone or if you're on a computer, you're just going to want to either slide your tap the screen with your hand or move your mouse. There's a little comment bubble down below that says chat. You can chat there. You can also, under participants, you should be able to raise your hand. You can use that option, and we're going to have a time for comments and things in a little while, but not, we'll kind of have to go back and forth. Let's see, what was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh, I've muted everyone just because it's a little chaotic at times. So please keep yourself muted unless you are called upon.
You have to do it right there.
I think that basically covers everything. I'm going to go ahead now and put the agenda up that Fred was just speaking about. So, Fred, you're back on. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was waiting for the agenda to come up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, can you guys see the agenda?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you look on that for a moment, and then whenever you're ready, I will take it down and we can vote.
I am at Mary.
And this was emailed to everyone, so you should have already seen this.
It's there. Oh, I see. So I hit enter file on the computer. Okay, it went. Okay. Did you see what I asked? Yes. Okay, go away now. And it should come back up there again, wherever it's at.
All right,
Okay, so
Sarah.
I think everybody's had a chance to look at it. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda?
Executive committee, that will have to be you. You're the only ones who are unmuted.
I move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Also, I forgot to mention Linda, whenever
Yeah.
somebody makes a motion, can you please say your name for Sandy so she's taking minutes so she knows Linda Orschlin made that motion?
Thank you.
Need a second.
Nancy Smith, I second the motion.
Okay.
Thank you, Nancy. Okay, then, Sarah, then if we're all voting, we go to chat?
Nope. Hold on just one second.
No, because I thought we had a
You
deal
see the
where we
question?
could submit. Okay. And you should have a yes or no on your screen,
Yep.
and then submit your answer.
Just looks like a few people still have not voted.
I hope everybody has their supper in a crock pot. Never mind.
Okay, I'm just going to give you another 10 seconds or so to vote.
Whoa.
Okay. So the delegates have voted to approve the agenda, if you see that on your screen.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Okay, it looks like we have 100% have accepted the agenda. So we will move to our next piece of agenda, and that is a report of the Credentials Committee. Committee Chairman Martha Schutz.
Okay, Mr. President, we have 119 official delegates at this Assembly of Delegates. We, the Committee on Credentials, appointed by the Executive Board in accordance with the bylaws, examined the provisional list of delegates as certified to the Secretary of the Association and have it found it correct, hereby approve the same. We recommend that the persons named in the provisional list be accepted as the regularly elected delegates of the 2020 Assembly of Delegates of the Missouri Retired Teacher Association and Public School Personnel. At this time, I would move that we adopt the list.
Okay, again, all those in favor of accepting the list? Well, I don't think we need to do that, do we?
Do you need a second?
Nancy?
Do you need a second?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
second the motion, Nancy Craig.
Okay, it's
Thank you.
been moved and seconded. The report on credential committee. Again, you have a yes or no on your screen.
We're voting much faster this time. We've all gotten the process down.
This is a heck of a way to do it, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay,
I agree.
I'm gonna go ahead and end the polling now and share the results.
Okay, 100%. So it has been accepted. Jim, you're next on the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. President. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Well, good morning, Jefferson City. And I just want to say that I'm extremely proud of all of you for being here today in these extraordinary times, right? So I'm supposed to give a state of the state, and I do have some things I'd like to say to you. You are delegates, you are the legislature of MRTA. So this is an important meeting, and I appreciate it, you all being here and taking the time. When 2020 rolled around in January, we were very excited. We had a lot of ideas, a lot of new things we're going to bring forward. It was MRTA's 60th birthday. We were going to party all year long. And that didn't quite happen, did it? But seriously, we had a great legislative day in February. Is well attended and obviously very effective in that the legislature did not mess with us at all last year. And I give you full credit for that. They're scared of you. No, you are, you know, the world is run by those who show up, right? And that's so true. And then we had a fantastic President's Summit. It was the best attended President's Summit to date. And people were in good mood and motivated, and we had great food, and it just was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And that was on the 13th of March. And then the next week, off, out, cut off. Everybody stay-at-home orders, and all that stuff happened. And I want you to know that MRTA, your association, we were always, always working. We were here. For a while, we had one person in the office per day, and we traded off, but everybody was working at home, in which we had bought new computers, not knowing about the pandemic. We just happened to do it at the right time, where they can take their computers home and work from home. But the point being, MRTA was open. We answered the phones. We opened the mail. We paid the bills. And we kept watching out for you. So at that time, I had asked as your director that the regional meetings be canceled until June 1st, and that unit meetings be canceled till June 1st. And guess what? June 1st coming along, and our numbers in Missouri kept getting worse and worse as far as the pandemic is concerned. So the executive board met via Zoom, and we decided to cancel the annual meeting and the fall regional meetings. And we strongly suggested that the units cancel their meetings until January 1st. We are an older population. We are the most susceptible to this virus, they say. And so we don't want to put people at risk. But so, you know, I just feel like 2020 was just kind of canceled. and you know, it's the new normal. I hope it's not the new normal, but we're dealing with it the best way we can here at the Jefferson City office. I will say that I am encouraging everyone in 2021, especially regional meetings, to schedule your meetings just like normal. Units, schedule some meetings, and just know that they're more than likely going to be Zoom meetings. But we got to start meeting again. You know, if this is the only way we can meet, then we need to meet. At least say hi to each other and let everybody know that there are people out there that care, that are working. That pension, you know, during this pandemic has kept coming every week, right? Or every month. That's a blessing. And we're going to work hard to make sure that continues to happen. So schedule those meetings in 2021 and let's get on the calendars. I'll be glad to join you by Zoom if you want me to. All you got to do is call the office and we'll set the Zoom up for you. I want everyone to know that we have we have 3 commercial grade Zoom accounts in this office. They are very secure accounts. They're the best security you can get on Zoom, those commercial grade Zoom accounts. So we have 3 accounts because we are anticipating that many of you will have Zoom meetings. And all you got to do is call us and we'll send you a link. And you just need to send it out to your people to see if they want to join you for that meeting. So it's very easy to do. And we're all practicing here right now, right? I got up this morning thinking, really, there's going to be over 100 people on Zoom this morning. We're going to try to get through this, and so far, so good. So thank you. Shout out to your MRTA staff. They have worked hard from home. We have Zoomed ourselves as a staff, but we're all at the office now, and we're working, and we all have our separate offices. We're fully aware of distancing and those kind of things as we work for you every day. So MRTA is here for you every day, regardless. And so my message to you today is that retirees are going to need MRTA more than ever because of this pandemic. Folks, investment returns are not going to be good or sufficient for a while. When that legislature comes back, and who knows what it will look like. It is an election year. Be sure and vote, by the way. That there are going to be major cuts to public schools because public schools are not the priority of the legislature. Hopefully that'll change. We don't know. But they've withheld $400 million from public schools already, K-12. And so schools are going to need our support. Active teachers are going to need our support because we want them to have a good pension too, right? That's what keeps good teachers in the classroom, is this great pension system and benefits that we have. So all these issues are going to be coming forward. Also, I guess good news first, there will be a 2% cost of living adjustment in January. And I want to give MRTA credit for that because back about 3 years ago, We raised a pretty good stink on COLA policy, and we made it better, and it has resulted in this 2% COLA in January. But on that same note, when we talk about the future and that retirees will need MRTA more than ever, is 2021 will be when they will address the COLA policy once again. So we'll need to be at the table and be strong. I want to congratulate MRTA because we made history this year in the fact that we ran 2 candidates for the PSRS Board of Trustees, and we got one of them elected in the Dr. Kyle Collins. So we have a bigger voice on the board and some ears, and we made history by electing retirees, actually electing a member of the PSRS board. So congratulations to you. So it was wonderful. I wish we would have got 2, but we got 1, so that's okay. So I guess that's about all I need to say to you. We need to keep this short, but folks, I appreciate you so very much. It's good to see you. I do miss you. I usually drive about 40,000 miles a year coming and seeing you guys, and I'm about half that now. And so I'm at the office a lot, and the staff says, Jim, can't you find something to do and get out of our way? It's so, you know, I mean, see more of me than they're used to. But
That's funny.
we're working at it. If you noticed, you've gotten a lot more emails this year. Well, that's the only way we can stay in contact with you. Trying to tell you we're there and we're relevant and we're working for you. AMBA, our new benefits provider, has been a blessing. They have great benefits. They're professional. We're going to have a new website. We have a refreshed logo, right, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Refreshed, that's the word.
Yeah.
So we're moving. We're modernizing MRTA. Look for that new website. AMBA's paying for that. That's a $25,000 project. AMBA has great discounts. I mean, restaurant discounts, passport they call it. I think there's a lot of retirees out there that will join MRTA for the benefits and the discounts on products. And one thing about AMBA is they will not sell you anything unless you are a card-carrying member of MRTA. They just won't do it. And I like that. We didn't have that in the past. So, also, last thing. I hope some of you have received this newsletter as of today. It's in the mail.
Nope.
It is in the mail stream, and it should have been there, but the post office is a little slow. But this is our new format, so look at it. It's more of a magazine instead of a newspaper. And we like it here at the office, but we're going to be asking you what you think about it. It's a very good newsletter, in my opinion, in that it has great information. So get this to new retirees. If you need more copies, just call us. But you should be receiving this any minute. I hope. Been in the mail stream for almost 11 days. I don't know what to say except mail early, right? So a new look on the newsletter. So once again, thank you. I'm very, very proud to be your director, and I love you all, and I will sign off. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Next on our agenda is the nominating committee report from Mr. Walter Cochran. Is he silenced? That's unbelievable.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you now. There you
Why
go.
did
See
everybody-
ya.
Why did everybody laugh?
We're with you, Walt. We're with you.
Okay, here we go. The nominating committee was composed of Jane Callis, Debbie Ingram, and myself, and we were appointed last March by President Price. And we would like to submit the following names of people for officers for this coming year for MRTA and PSP. For president this year, Arletta Godwin. For president-elect, Nancy Craig. For vice president, Cheryl Lohan from Carthage, Missouri. And for treasurer, Julia Platt from Eldon, Missouri. That's the names that we would like to submit for your approval from the nominating committee.
I hear a motion to accept the nominating committee's report.
I'll move to accept the nominating committee's report.
Okay,
Karen
Karen
Miller.
Miller.
I need a second.
I second the motion, Linda Orschland.
Okay, again, you got your yes and no. I almost signed it with my pen.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you 10 more seconds for anybody that, there's a couple people who have not voted. Okay. And there are your results.
We have 100% of the nominating committee report has been accepted. And so thank you, Walt, for your assistance on getting a good slate of officers. I guess the next thing is to hold the election of officers. And so the first person on the list is Alita Godwin as president.
Would you like to give the opportunity for Arlita to address everyone?
Well, that would be the next
Yeah.
comment after the election.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can we move to accept the nominations by acclamation?
Man, you can. Yes, ma'am.
We have a second.
I move that we accept the nominations as presented by the nominating committee by
Okay,
acclamation.
Nancy
Smith. Sorry.
Karen Miller, I'll second that.
Karen Miller seconded.
Uh,
Okay, so I guess at this point, you got to go back to the yes. It's been moved and seconded that we accept the election of officers as slated. President Alita Godwin, President-elect Nancy Craig, Vice President Cheryl Wayne Lawn, and Treasurer Julie Platt. So,
sorry, just 1 second. I didn't have that question prepared.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
This is a little different.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're
House-
fine. You're fine.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
The House will stand at ease.
Yes.
Have another
There you
cup of coffee.
Now, if it's updating itself, it hadn't.
Okay, I'm
been
gonna give you
turned on.
guys about 15 more
Sarah?
seconds.
Well, since I tried to download it the other day and then it's doing weird things, so.
Okay,
There.
there are your results.
Okay.
It did not,
Okay, it looks as though we have 100% have accepted the slate of officers. President Alita Goodman, President-elect Nancy Craig, Vice President Cheryl Wayne Lawn, and Treasurer Julie Platt. At this time, would any of you be wanting to comment on the anything?
I'm being elected.
Did you want us to say something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Arlita, why don't you go first?
Well, I'm Arlita Godwin, if some of you don't know me. And I think we've got a good list of officers. So hello, everyone. Been a long time seeing some faces and people in person, but it's good to see, at least see you this way. I'm very honored to be representing you as your president this next year. And it's a pleasure for me to do that. So I thank you very much. Pleasure to serve. I spoke with the office and I think we've got some exciting ideas for this next year. Maybe some new things coming out, but we will keep you posted on that. Either you'll see us or you'll see it in writing. That's all I'm going to say right now. Get a little suspense in there, but it's nice to see everyone. And thank you very much for allowing me to serve.
Thank you, Lena. Nancy, you have anything? Surely you don't have anything to say.
Nancy Craig can always talk. Anyway, and don't mute me, Sarah.
I won't.
I woke up this morning at 3:30 deciding what I wanted to say. And I wanted to say, first of all, you guys are the movers and shakers. And without you, there would be no MRTA. You are the leaders. You are the people who get it done. When somebody asks you to do something, you say, sure, I can do that. And that's what I've been doing for several years now. That's why I'm here. But anyway, I have a sort of an idea. Jim made, and I don't know if you have even seen this, but it's the MRTA 5-year strategic plan. And do you remember that, Jim, when you wrote it?
Yes.
And it was adopted January 1, 2020 through December 31st, 2025. And 2020, I think, would be a great idea to have some kind of contest between the regions. This is not units, guys. This is regions. So you've got 14 regions. You've got 14 vice presidents. And I would like to see if maybe each region could contact and enroll 60, since this is our 60th anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it, 60 people, 60 new members. And if you don't think you can do that, then cut it in half to 30. If you don't think you can do that, cut it in half to 15. And if a region gets 60 new members, I think MRTA ought to have some kind of prize for that region. Now I'm going to present this to the board. I know it's a board thing, but I wanted you guys, all 119 of you, to hear what I'm saying, because that way, and since I'm being the cheerleader today, I want you to, all of you, unmute yourself right now. Unmute yourself, because we're going to wake up the cat and we're going to scare the dog. Okay? Right. Okay. What I want you to do, all of you, is pick one of those numbers. Pick one of those numbers. Either if you think you can do 60 new members this year, this is from now until this is from now until September next year, 2021. Okay, right. 1, 2, 3. 60!
60!
All right,
30!
120!
Okay. All right. Anyway, all of you at least pick 15. Because all of you, here's the thing, guys. Just think about how many people. Okay, mute yourself. Anyway, just think about how many people you can contact sitting at home, just on your computer or whatever, And I think if you haven't gotten, where's Sandy White? Sandy White, have you got?
I'm right here.
Lists. You can get lists, can't you, from the office of who has submitted their name and address for new people?
Yep.
From your region? Can't they get that from the office?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. So get your list and see what you can do with it. You should have names and addresses. And I expect some 60s. And in coming up on Wednesday, when we have our board meeting, I'm going to suggest this again to the board and see if we can come up with a prize. A prize for 60, a prize for 30, a prize for 15. So be thinking about that, board, when we meet on Wednesday, because that's going to be my proposition. All right. And thank you for waking up the cat and making the dog crazy. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Nancy. Vice President Cheryl Wayne, do you have any comments?
I just want to say thank you for your belief in me. I am totally convinced and dedicated to MRTA, and I thank you for your belief in me. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you for stepping up, Cheryl.
Good to see you.
Gotta be a great
Treasurer
year.
Julie Platt, are you on? Don't know if Julie's on or not.
You know, Julia, I'm not sure she is. She may not be a delegate.
Or may not be.
Hold on one second.
She is not.
She's not, no.
Okay. Well, appreciate all of the officers coming up, and I hope that we can support you like the rest of us have been supported over the years. So anyway, as we get into the next section, regional elections, Sarah, did they do their voting?
Yeah, I can do a quick little report on that if you want, Fred.
Okay.
Okay, over the last 2 weeks, Jim and I have been doing about 2 Zoom calls a day, every day with the regions. And we had a few regions who needed to re-elect their vice presidents or elect a new regional vice president. So those regions are Region 5, Region 7, Region 8, Region 11, 13, and 14. And so in Region 5, Wendy Bernier was re-elected. So congratulations, Wendy. In Region 7, we have Georgia White, who has been re-elected for another term. So congratulations to Georgia. In Region 8, we have a new regional vice president. So I'd like everybody to welcome Pat Lane to the board. Pat is from St. Louis. In Region 11, Dawn Malloy was re-elected. In Region 13, we have Sherry Brandis as being re-elected again. And in Region 14, we have Irma Nevels McNeil being re-elected.
Okay, so our only new one is Pat Lane.
Pat Lane is our only new one.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you all. Congratulations.
Okay, we have meeting dates. Then again, the legislative day in the Capitol is February the 11th, 2021. And hopefully Unit President Summit meeting March 9th and 10th, 2021. I'm hoping that we can get those in. What do you think the chances, Jim, of getting the legislative day in?
You know, that's the crystal ball thing. I don't think they're good.
You know,
I just read the paper today, or Sunday papers, 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and you know, Missouri is in the red zone now per capita. Virus is growing, and I don't know what to think. But but on that note, Mr. President, this legislative day is scheduled. No matter what, put that on your calendar, February 11th. And if we can't meet in person at the Capitol, then we will sure have our Blitz Day, right? We will all write our reps and senators on the same day, February 11th. So please calendar that day.
And as Jim mentioned earlier, if you don't know your legislator, you find out who they are. I'm going to be interested. Josh Holzman was our senator, and he opted for a bigger salary first of the year. So we haven't had a senator representing most of the Kansas City area up here all year. And so I'm hoping we have a nominee coming in, and I can't think of his first name, but I think his last name is Razor. And I'm going to try to contact him and see what the situation is. But Carrie is our rep, and I think she has been doing a good job. She's a PTA mother and very much backs the schools and everything. So I'm hoping that we'll have a good representation this year, but I have my fingers crossed. Anybody have anything else? Yeah, Jim?
Yes, Mr. President, if I may, there's a couple things I'd like to mention that I forgot to mention right quick. First of all, because the annual meeting was canceled, we are not having a silent auction for the classroom grant program. So that's $10,000 we got to make up some way. So we have asked all the units to make a large donation, as large as they can. And we're asking individuals that might have spent money at this silent auction to maybe send in a little money for the grant program in order to hopefully fill that void. Number two is we at MRTA did send a letter, a very good one, to all the new retirees in the state of Missouri. And that was allowed, PSRS allowed us to do that. We did not get the names and addresses, of course, but we were allowed to mail to every single one of them. So they've all gotten a letter from MRTA. So if you know a new retiree out there, ask them about the letter and let's help me close the deal. Let's get them joined. Let's get them signed up. One last thing. We talked about elections. Darlene Graham, many of you probably do not know her, but she is the president of the Christian County MRTA unit. And she is running for state representative against Jared Taylor, the guy that introduced House Bill 864. So I have great hopes for her. Maybe you'll say a prayer for her that she might win this election. Anyway, I just wanted to give her a shout out because she is a president of a unit. She stepped up. Jared Taylor is not our friend, and by golly, she's gonna make him earn his seat if he's gonna get it back. So everybody vote. Thank you, Mr. President.
I'll make a comment. Nancy Smith. I don't know what our senatorial district is. I don't know our number, but Mike Cunningham was our senator. He told me to my face many years ago that our retirement system was a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been on his case ever since, but he has term limited out, and Carla Esslinger won the primary for the Republican side, and she's a Missouri retiree. So
and an MRTA member.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah. I figure chances are she'll be elected, considering our district and the way it usually goes. And so we're lucky to have her.
She's great. She's fantastic. Yeah.
Is she running unopposed, Nancy? Is she running unopposed?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, no, there's a okay, she won the primary. She was not unopposed in the primary. We had two very good candidates and a very bad one in our primary, and she squeaked by 142 votes.
Oh.
Yeah, woohoo. Anyway, but I'm sure there's a Democratic candidate. No offense, Jim.
I don't think there is, but anyway, that's okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she's a former superintendent, MRTA member. She's going to be great in the Senate as far as pro-public education.
Right.
And we need some of those.
Yeah.
Her whole family is in education, she told me.
Yeah, there you go. So, need more of her.
Any other comments?
Fred?
We have a few in the chat, so definitely, but go ahead, Arlita, sorry.
No, that's okay. We were hoping that Jack Bonden over on our area, which is Kansas City, but south of Kansas City, would get it. It was Henry County, Barton County, Cass County, and Bates County. And he did not get it. And he was for retirees and for public education. The person that did get it, his name is Bratton, Brattin, and he likes charter schools. So he'll be one that we'll have to work on to get him to understand us.
Yeah, very good.
If he wins.
So Sarah, you going to answer some of these questions right quick?
Yeah, Mary Jo Tweedy's raising her hand. Mary Jo, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay, what about the Unit of Excellence awards that we were supposed to get for this year from last year? When I talked to Sarah the other day, she said probably give those out at the President's Summit, but if we're not going to have a President's Summit that we know of next year, those awards will be from 2019.
Yeah.
So what about them?
Well, in your new newsletter, the Units of Excellence are listed.
I haven't got that yet.
Okay,
yeah.
But that's a shout out to them. And we don't know if if we'll have a President's Summit yet, but our plan is to recognize those units during the President's Summit. That's all we can say right now, Mary Jo. We don't know.
Okay, and you're going to make a new paper for 220, or are we going to just forget this year?
No, the board's going to look at a committee recommendation to change the Unit of Excellence criteria for 2020.
Okay.
And so, not everybody can meet, of course, and those kind of things. So it should be adapted to the pandemic for 2020.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sarah.
Nancy Lynch asked a question. She wants to know, to clarify, legislative day is a Thursday this year. We know that's a little different for you guys. That was the date that was available at the Capitol if we were to meet in person. So legislative day is February 11th, which is a Thursday. So I know that's a little strange.
Sarah.
Irma, yes?
Yeah. I'd like to say that Steve Roberts from the 5th District of St. Louis, he won the Senate seat for that district, but he was also the one who was the sponsor bill for a 13 check for the St. Louis region. So we got some hopes in there. So he's now in the Senate.
That's good news.
Yes.
Good news. Yeah.
Okay. If anybody else would like to ask a question, or you'll need to raise your hand you'll go down to participants and you can raise your hand there, or you can put a question in the chat.
Okay.
The newsletter has the officers in it also. Darn it, I wish it had got there before this meeting.
Yes, and we did email it. We did email that page to everybody here.
Yeah. So there's a question here, will the minutes of this meeting be emailed? I don't know why not.
Yeah, we also are recording this meeting for anyone who wants to watch it later. It will be on the MRTA website later today, provided there's no technical hiccups. But today or tomorrow, we'll have it on the MRTA website, or we can actually probably send it out by email also.
Well, and when we get the minutes typed up and in a form that we could email them, or at least put them on the website, we will do so.
Yeah, we'll get it out eventually. Mark Cook. Mark, you're muted.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. The recent email about the information about Rex Sinfield, can you explain what that meant? Because it looks like he was breaking his association with a PR company or something. What was that all about? Thanks.
Well, the Sinfield, mute yourself, Mark, there you go. The Sinfield organization is kind of breaking apart. That's the point. They had a major lobby firm. The head of that lobby firm was being paid $1 million a year from Sinkfield.
Oh.
And they hadn't got that big of results. And like I said, they didn't get us, did they? And we were in writing that they were going to get us by 2020. So it was just an article that's saying that the Sinkfield organization is having problems. And that's
Good.
good. That's good news. That's it. That's it. But he's still giving a lot of money. I mean, he's given a gubernatorial candidate in this state about $4 million so far. So.
Okay, Sandy Applegate is raising her hand.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you to everybody for identifying yourself for the motions, etc. That minutes will be sent to Sarah within a half an hour at the close of this meeting, so she can do with it whatever she wants.
Thank you, Sandy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Sandy
Thanks,
is
Sandy.
the MRTA secretary, for those of you who are unaware.
I make a quick report.
Yes, Lisa.
Okay,
Lisa's-
Sarah earlier was talking about silent auction and that we're not having one. And so far, right now, we only have $1,840 that was sent to the foundation in lieu of the silent auction. So maybe some of you can help us out.
And I would like to add to that, that $1,000 of that was sent from MRTA past president Jan Powers. She's very generous in her donation.
Yes, that's right.
Lisa, how much was that again, please?
It was $1,840.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Yes.
1,000 of that was sent from where?
Jan Powers, the past president from Warrensburg.
I'm wondering if the units and the regions might have to meet and decide how much they're going to send. I know you've asked for $100 from each unit, right?
Yes.
Or region.
Each unit. Yeah.
Right.
And
Well,
I know for some people that $100, some units, $100 is too much to ask, and we understand that, and we would just ask if those
Right.
units give as much as they can.
Right. But I have a feeling they're going to have to meet, aren't they, to decide or to vote on it?
A lot of what I have been hearing is a lot of units have basically just had an executive committee meeting, which I can set up for you on Zoom, or you can just do it on the phone, or however the units want to handle it. But yeah, an executive committee meeting is enough to get a check written in most cases.
Things are not normal. Make them happen.
Evelyn Boyle is saying they can vote by email. That's a good idea too. You could send an email to your executive committee and just have everybody vote via email.
Phyllis?
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just sent out an email to everybody, to the whole group, and I said this was recommended by Mr. Kreider or whoever was sending out the information. And I said, if anybody disagrees, please email me back. And I gave them a certain date, and got some emails back, thought it was a good idea. I didn't get any negatives. So I instructed the treasurer to send the money.
Good. I also thought that for those units that could not put that $100 to good use, that maybe they could somehow take up a donation within the units to counteract the smaller amounts that each of the units have in their books. And so, $5 or $10 a person in a unit would more than make up the difference.
Sure.
Someone in the comments asked what the $100 donation is. So we sent a letter to all units asking for a $100 donation for our silent auction. Normally we normally have a silent auction in person, and since we are not doing that this year, this is how we're trying to raise money for our classroom grants.
And be sure to make the checks out to MRTF.
Yes, MRTF.
As in finance, not Karen Miller, but MRTA.
And yes, we can share the minutes from today on email and on the website. We will do that.
According to the chats, it seems like there's a lot of folks that have sent in checks already. And,
yes, yeah.
We just haven't seen them yet. They're on their way, and thank you very, very, very much. So
It's in the mail.
in the mail. Heard that before.
With our newsletters.
Our newsletters, that's right. All right, I guess we need a motion to adjourn. I just want to say thank you again to everybody. I really miss you, but this went really great. I thought.
Alita?
Sandy White, I move we adjourn.
Irma Neville's McNeil, I second it.
Go get those 60 people.
Okay, yes or no is up on the board again.
Yes.
I think Arlita wants to make a comment real quick, Mr. President.
Yes, in the past, board members have been asked to do the same amount that units have. We're still doing that, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you for the reminder.
I just did
I
it.
don't
That's
have
why
a
I
cola.
wondered.
Or you could do a little bit more.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded, and Sarah has the yes and no up, and as soon as everybody gets a chance to vote, we'll see whether or not we adjourn.
Everybody, I minimized the screen and now I can't get it back, but it was 100% yes.
All right, it's
I
moved
promise.
and seconded and voted that we adjourn, and by golly, 10:56.
All right.
Look at that.
60.
Good job. Yeah. Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for everybody who participated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Take care.
Take care.
You guys
Stay well.
Stay safe. Stay safe.
Go vote.